A way that this shows up in our relationships, and more importantly, how we do the more difficult things in life, is we do things that are familiar because we can expect that somebody's going to respond a certain way. When things get uncomfortable, let's say you're in an argument with a loved one. When things get uncomfortable, I shut down and internalize what I'm feeling. I don't speak about my emotions because when I do that, most people won't penetrate and ask further. They'll just see me shut down and then they won't ask anymore, and that keeps me safe. So I do that in every relationship that I have because that's what's familiar to me. I can anticipate that somebody's going to see that wall and they're going to stop right there. And I choose that pattern because it's served me up till now. But what happens that day that somebody says, hey, you know what? I can see that you're hiding something behind that veil of emotion that you have there. So what's going on? I want to know something else. And then all of a sudden you're caught with your pants down. I don't know where to go here, right? I don't know what happens after this, and get more uncomfortable and probably awkwardly try to make your exit out of that conversation. So how do we navigate this pattern self, the one that gets so used to driving to work the same way every time, to responding to conflict in relationships the same way every time, that gets used to responding to adversity, hardship, the unknowns in your work, your relationships, your higher purpose? How do we get out of that pattern self? Well, the route through is discovery and curiosity. What if I take a different route to work? Let me discover a new path. What if the next time I get into conflict in a relationship, in a conversation with somebody I care about, I told them how I was really feeling? What if the next time that I'm facing off with an impossible task that has me fearful and uncertain of how it's going to unfold, I reached out for help? Or I leaned into that discomfort and drove myself through action and busted through the barrier. Discovery. Leaping into that new territory, taking an alternative route through and seeing what you uncover. You might discover that that approach doesn't actually work for you, but you wouldn't know unless you tried. You wouldn't know unless you gave it that honest effort. And so in everything that we talk about, this greater conversation of what does it mean to be a man, and how can I be the best version of myself, not just for me, but for the people around me, requires that we're constantly looking where we can level up and where we can broaden our skill set. Where can I diversify my abilities and have different tools that I can throw out for different challenging circumstances? Well, this is one of those. And this is actually a very clear pathway through to discovering new options, new possibilities for yourself.